I think I'm not able to hear her. Is it same for you, Richa?
Hello.
Yes, Richa, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Shilpi is facing some problem, if I'm not wrong.
Am I everyone?
Yeah, now you are audible again, Shilpi.
Wonderful. I just got logged out abruptly. I don't know, some issues are happening with my system today.
Yeah, okay. No problem. So, Shilpi, if you allow me, I hope we already have our participants here. I can see around 40 people who have already joined the session.
Yes.
Maybe more than that. So if there is any connectivity issue at your end, and if I am audible properly to all the students, and if they can confirm on the chat box, so in the interest of time, we can start the session. I can start from my end.
Absolutely. Just give me a moment. Just 1 minute.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you are visible now.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're all doing great. Welcome to another round of student engagement session, a webinar on practice platform for our students who are going to be appearing for the March 22 exams and maybe June exam as well. So at the onset, let me please welcome our special guest for the day, Ms. Richa Chakravarti, Education Manager at ACCA India, as well as Ms. Himani Sharma, who is the Education Senior Business Relationship Executive at ACCA India. Now, the session today is an extremely important session. For those of you who have already given an exam of ACCA, know the importance of the practice platform and how important it is to familiarize yourself with the platform which will replicate the actual exam. And for those of you who are actually going to give the exam for the first time, this is an absolutely very, very important session heading up today. Why? Because this session will help you familiarize yourself with the practice platform, which simulates the real life exam platform, which is going to be there. So the more familiar you are with the platform, the more functionalities you have explored, you've done a mock exam on the platform, definitely then there are no surprises on the day of the exam. Now, without wasting much time, let me just very quickly go through the housekeeping rules for everyone. So anybody wants to ask any question, please pour in your questions in the chat box. We will be having a Q&A session at the end of the session, wherein we'll be putting up all your questions across. But I'm sure that Richa is already going to take up the majority questions, which are, just common FAQs that students generally ask about the practice platform. Thank you so much once again, Richa and Himani, for joining us, and to all the students who have spared out their time to join us for this session. Over to you, Richa. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Shilpi. Thank you for the introduction, and thank you for giving us the chance to be here with these students and with these students studying with VGLD. And thank you for hosting this as well. I just want to know if my voice is audible properly before I start the session.
Yes, very much.
Okay, fine. Great. So I will now be sharing my screen. Is my screen visible to everyone? Shilpi, if you can confirm.
Not yet, but let's just wait for a second.
Yeah, sure. Okay. I didn't click on share also. Okay. This technology is going to.
Just go on share screen, the green button at the bottom, and then just share your present screen.
Yeah, I am just lost in. Okay. Let me do it again. Yes, share. I think it will be visible now.
Yes, it is.
Okay, great. Okay, so very quickly, without wasting any further time, we will be starting with this session. And I would also like to know, Shilpi, if we have polls already embedded into the system.
Yes, so I'm just launching the poll.
Yeah. So before I would just like to say this to the students. I don't know if we have the student here who have already attended my session previously, may have gone through the same question beforehand. But this is again very important for me to know whenever I start the session, taking the session, so that I am able to understand that at what level our students are and how much they are familiar with the topic which we are covering in the session today. So this is the question, and I can see we are quickly having the answers to this question as well. So what best describes your current situation, that you have already used the platform, you are planning to use it, you don't expect to use it, and or it is undecided. So it is okay that if it is undecided also, then also it's fine. And even if you are not expecting it, then also it's fine. Please be truthful to your answer. That will be really great. So I think we have maximum of our answers here, which mentions that there are quite a good number of students who are planning to use the platform. Good to know that. And also the students who are still undecided, that is also okay, so that I will be able to cover a little demo part also during the session. And for the ones who have already used the practice platform, but I understand that there may be some questions from your end which you have may have registered with us while doing the webinar registration. So we will be covering those questions in this session, and also we will be looking forward to the available resources as well. And today I know that we may be having few students who are taking exam in March 22. Then from that perspective also, this is a good time for you to have the any general question if you want to have. And I may not be very much answerable to very technical ones, but yes, again, we are ready to help you. If anything we have to take back and come to back to you again, so we will be doing it accordingly. So great. So I will be moving further, taking into account that we have students who are planning to use and who are undecided. So Shilpi, can you please run for me the second poll as well?
Sorry, Richa, unfortunately, this one has not been incorporated. So can we just
Okay.
ask students to pour in their answer in the chat box?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's not a problem at all. I just wanted to know if you are going to take exam in your March session, because that will again help me to know that if you are looking forward to applied skill papers or strategic professional paper or both, or it's if you are not taking exam in March 22, you can just put it on chat box, and Shilpi can help me with the answer what we are getting, or I can see it myself also. I believe chat is there. Okay, yes, I can see. So basically, I am seeing more of applied skills and one or two for professional. Okay, strategic paper. Okay, 5, 6 of them, or maybe more. Skills are more. Fine. Thank you, students, for this visibility. Thank you so much. So we will be quickly seeing both the papers then in the interest of the students, right? Okay. Moving ahead. So what is going to be the agenda for the session today? That I will be introducing what the practice platform is all about, how you should be able to navigate around it. And before navigating, it is important to know that how you should be able to access the platform, and you have how you are going to use the practice content, what are the functionalities in regards to the marking and assessing performance which are available on the platform, and what all support we have altogether. And most importantly, question and answers, which I have already mentioned in the beginning of the session, that we will be picking the questions as well, which you have already registered with us. And also, you are welcome to put your question again here later on if you feel that anything has not been covered. Right. So these are few queries which we have got. I have a little segregated the queries in terms of the practice platform and with the general questions. So the rest of the general questions we will be covering towards the end of the session. These are the few questions which I believe that when I will be talking about the practice platform, I should be able to cover many of them. So let us see what the practice platform is about, and then I will quickly run you through all these questions so that we know that we have covered all of them. Okay, moving ahead. So what is practice platform, CBE practice platform? The beauty of the practice platform is that it replicates the exact look and feel and functionality of the Pearson VUE. The platform which you are going to use in your exam, that is the way this practice platform works. The questions, the answers, objectives, constructed response, OT case study, whatever functionalities, whatever the way you have to put in your objective answers, all those functionalities are similar with this practice platform, or I should say practice platform is similar to all those functionalities which you are going to face in your exam. You will also get ACCA based content. If I say that, that means that whatever exams have happened in the past, or they are like the latest one, even December 21, even those exams, the sample questions from those exams have been uploaded on practice platform for your practice. And there is an ALP's added value as well. Your learning partner, they can also assign the question papers, and you can access them and you can solve them. Right. Moving ahead. So now, where is this practice platform? This practice platform you can access from the study support section, which is available on ACCA Global website under student section. There you will have to select the specific paper, like which paper. Suppose you are in FR, taking FR, PM, or FM, any paper, AA. If you are taking any of the paper, you can select the paper, or any of the strategic professional paper. You need to access it, and then you will get this option of question practice, right? And moving ahead, and when you click on question practice, you get the options of this specimen exam or practice exam 1, 2. These are there. Another way routing you to the practice platform is your My ACCA account. So if you log in onto your My ACCA account, on the left hand side you have this qualification section. Once you click on that, you will get this option of CBE practice platform on your screen, which when you will click, you will get the page which I am now going to show you live. Okay, here is, this is my demo page, but this is the demo one for me, but you will get the same kind of page which is now here in front of your screen. So this is the practice platform. Quickly looking into the options which are available. This is the home tab, which we are able to see right now. There are mark tabs, result tab, and performance tab. These 3 tabs are actually dependent on you only. When you are using the tests, when you are solving them, submitting them, and before taking your exams, while doing the preparation for them, then you will get an opportunity to mark it. Once you mark it, you will get the opportunity to see the result. Once you start seeing the results, you will be able to measure your performance, comparing your own performance. So that's the way it works. On the right hand side, you will see the catalog. So this catalog contains the entire applied skills and professional level paper. I remember there was a question that if there are any knowledge level paper. So let me tell you that there is, this practice platform contains only applied skills and professional level papers. For knowledge level, for on-demand exams, you have separate link on the website available, and you will have to purchase those tests to take them. Do we have any knowledge level students here as well? If anyone is here, you can put the reply on chat so that I may have one information for you here to share with. Okay. Moving further. So these are the tests. I am clicking on one of the exams, say financial reporting, for example. I click on financial reporting. You see here you have ACC official resources, you have blank workspace. I will not be going into very much detail into these things, but because we already have various resources available, and we already have various webinar recordings as well related to the same content, which you can view and see what all it contains. But still, I will just quickly take you through the entire platform. So under ACCA official resources, you will get past exam library, practice exams, specimen exams. Past exam library, I was talking about that all the latest exams are uploaded here. So you can see that this is FR September, December 21 exam based on 2021-22 syllabus. It is available here. So you can assign it to yourself and you can test your knowledge and see that how the question is. What is the ACCA's approach while asking the questions, and what are the examiner's expectation from the answers which students write? Okay, clicking further on to the practice exam. So you have seen that these are the 3 past exam question papers. Other than this, additionally, you have 2 practice exams available for you. And other than this, you have 1 specimen exam available for you. So you can see 3 to 5 and 6, around 6 exams are available for you to practice your for your paper, because every time you will be doing it, you will be treating it as mock. Every time you will be able to learn a new thing, new functionality, new approach, new lesson. You will be able to learn from your own mistakes here. Okay, so let me assign 1 practice exam to myself. Once I assign any practice exam to myself, it gets uploaded onto the self-assigned material section on the left side. So this is the self-assigned material. Scroll it down and click here, and you see that our exam is there to start. I know you may be having question in mind that I have assigned the practice exam 2, and you are here able to see practice exam 2. It is in with the resume status, and there is practice exam 1. This is in the start status. So just telling you that once you assign any exam to yourself, till the time you are completing it and finally exiting the exam, it will come as in a resume status, right? But if once you complete the exam, you end it, you exit it, then if you are unassigning this exam, then you can reassign this one to yourself. So there may be a question in your mind that how many times you can do a single practice test. So n number of times you can do a single practice test, provided you are ending it and completing it and doing it again. So you can access it again and again. So that's not an issue. And all these exams are free of cost. You don't have to pay anything for all these practice tests. So since FR practice exam 1, it is with the start status. So I will just start it. Starting the exam. Once I start, I have plenty of these details available with me, but these instructions are very important for us to know, especially when we are going to take ACC exam for the first time. The students who have already taken the exam, who have already practiced into the practice platform, they may be aware of these functionalities, of all these resources which are available. But the ones who are doing it for the first time, it was advisable to them that they should read all these instructions well beforehand. Don't make it a surprise thing for your final exam. Moving ahead, I'm not going into the detail of these instructions because I believe you and you believe in yourself. Okay. Right. So this is the summary screen where it tells that section A and B and C are there, how many marks, how many questions, all the details are given. I'll click on next. Now it is prompting me that I'm ready to start my exam. I will say yes. And this is it. So here is the section A. Moving ahead. Now the question in your mind may be that is there any timer here? So no, on the practice platform, we do not have timer because the name itself suggests practice. So this is for your practice. Timer has not been put here, but you can treat it as an exam for yourself. Put an honest timer at your end, sit comfortably and start taking these, check your competence, check your knowledge, and gain the confidence later on. So once we start with the exam, you can see this section A. So these are all objective type of questions. There are several ways of asking the objective. That was the multiple choice. This is the option where you need to tick the right options against the given statements. And moving ahead, so these are the various options. Again, this is multiple choice. You need to calculate all this and complete it. And so there are several kind of questions. This is the fill in the blank sort of. So the type of the questions which you can get during the exam, that you will get to know by seeing these practice tests. So in order to see this, you should treat it as a mock and start doing it from the day one when you are already practicing or already learning or preparing for your exam. And there is a question that when we should do the practice test, before, after, or in between, or is there any specific time you should do it? So for learning, I will say that there is no specific time attached to the learning. It is the opportunity which we are able to take from the things which we are getting. So these practice tests are there already, available there already for you. You can go through your syllabus and you can see that if the questions related to that syllabus are available in the practice platform, why not solving it? Why not discovering the knowledge for yourself? So there is no fixed time, but yes, I would say that before exams, you should do at least 2 mocks, 2 practice tests from this practice platform. At least two to three you should be doing. And I have Shilpi ma'am here available with us, who may again give some of her own insights later on towards the end of the session, to let you know that how this practice platform is important for the student in their practice and in their passing of the papers. Okay, so these are the type of questions which we can see, and these are the functionalities which are available above. So this is the symbol. You can put the symbol functionalities. You have all these symbols available: pound, euro, GBP, dollars, everything is here. So if required, you can use these. We have highlight facility available. We can highlight the portion of the question which we feel is important for us to read. This highlight thing may be of use more in the constructed response question, because there you are given the scenario and you have to complete the tasks, you have to complete the questions based on that. So this highlight functionality you can use there. You have strike through functionality. You can click on, you can cut the line whichever you feel that it may not be of that importance, or it is not for referring, it is not required for referring that again and again. So just concentrate on the important part. You can highlight the things, you can strike through as per your convenience, as per your requirement. Okay, we have calculator also available here. You can use the calculator, which is physical one also, the one which you already use. You can use that also, or you can use this, the one which is embedded on the platform. You can use this one also. But I would say that to use this platform, sorry, this calculator, you should need to practice, because it is again handling the various pages on your screen while calculating and using the calculator or writing the answer on the screen. So you should be very well versed of it. It should not happen that you are just struggling while using this platform or this calculator online. So be very sure of that, and you have an option to use your own physical calculator also. Scratchpad. Scratchpad is important now actually for the students, from the perspective of the students who are taking remotely invigilated exams. The students who are taking remotely invigilated exams, they are not allowed to use the rough paper. I remember there is a question regarding this rough paper also. So if you are taking remotely invigilated exams, you are not allowed to use the rough paper, then you will have to use the scratch pad. How best you will be able to use the scratch pad? For that, we have the videos available with us, and we will be sharing the links with you shortly. So this is the scratch pad I told you. And yes, for the students who are taking exams in the center, they can ask the invigilator to give you the rough paper, which you have to leave then and there only after completing your exam. That you will have to, you can take there, that rough paper you are allowed. Okay. So we saw all these functionalities which are here. Other than this, we have these options: flag for review, close all. Flag for review is required. Like suppose we are into this question and you are a little confused that whether you should do this question right now, or if you have already done it, you feel there is a chance that if you get some time later on, you should review this question again, then you should flag this question. You can flag this question, and you will see later on that how it helps. Here below the screen, you have these three buttons: previous, navigator, next. So this previous, this helps you going to the previous question. Next helps you to go to the next question. And navigator helps you to move in between the questions. How? We are in section A right now. Now I feel that I'm done with the section A, and I should go directly to section B. So instead of moving next, I will quickly click on question B, section B, question 16, and will start solving it. So this is OT case study question. Here is the scenario, and here is the question. So these are, you can start solving the question from here. So this is the role of navigator. Moving next, very quickly, let me use the navigator only. Instead of next, I want to go to section C. Right, I am on section C now, and you see here again is the scenario, and this is the constructed response question. You have to either answer this question onto the Word workspace or to the Excel. Okay, so this is what I was saying, no, that in constructed response you can use this highlight feature, so you can use it. Okay, and here is the screen. Here is the Excel workspace. So now the examiner knows very well that which question will require which workspace. So that is already allotted to you. So you need not to worry that this answer, whether that has to be written on Word or I want to write it on Word only or not. So that can be done. Another answer to one of the questions, that yes, you can copy paste the content from left hand side to the Excel workspace or Word workspace, whatever is there. The most important thing you should note, for I am afraid if I am going very fast, but I am also afraid, I am conscious of the time also. So this is that is why covering this very quickly, that Excel workspace, All these workspaces on the practice platform are with limited functionalities. So to understand that what all functions are available here and how to use all those functions, it is important, very important for you to practice it again and again. I will tell you the place again, that which place you can use again to practice the questions which you are getting in your class instead of working them on the paper. Questions, and it is very important that you should show the working of the question, because whenever the examiner is marking the answer, whenever he clicks onto the suppose I need to add this and this, then when he will click here, if he will click here, it is very important for him to know that how you have been able to reach to this answer. So it is very important for you to show the working on Excel. It should not happen that you solve the question somewhere and just jotting down the numbers here. That will not work. That should not work. And I would like Shilpi to pitch in if I am correct on this part. Shilpi? I think there is some internet issue at Shilpi's end, but you should be very careful when you are showing workings. So now how to show the workings, how to solve the question. I hope that you are already getting the tuitions from the from your learning partner and from the tutors, and accordingly you should start practicing on the platform. Other than that, we also have few videos available with us where the tutors show that how section C should be utilized, how answers should be presented, how answers should be how questions should be understood. So all these things have beautifully been explained by the tutors. So I will give the links to those things also to you a little later. There was a question I remember on the slide that a student is saying that for objective type of question, can I do the calculations on any Excel and then putting the answer? If you have to do something, try using the calculators and the scratch pad. And again, if you want to use the Excel, please don't open it on the system because if it is remote based exams, because in remote based you are not getting any rough paper also. Yes, you can use the Excel workspace, which is here. But again, to use it, you need to be very swift in using the navigator, right? And don't forget to remove the calculation which you may have done here in reference to the another question. So you should be very careful of all these things. Okay, right. Moving, acha. Now, for example, you have done the workings here. Now you want to save this. You want to get it evaluated. There is a question on evaluation also. So there is self-marking facility available, and as well as you can submit the soft copies of the answers to the tutor as per if they have mentioned this to you. You can submit the soft copy of section C to the tutor for their visibility, for their evaluation, so that they can help you to understand that whether you have solved the question correctly or not. If you want to do this, you will have to save this. Now, how to save? We will go to edit, print, and save. Save as PDF. We will save it, right? So this is the way you can save the answer and use it for future reference, for evaluation, or for anything. Okay, moving ahead. Let me scroll it down completely. Otherwise, system will not allow me to move further. If I click next, yes, this is again the scenario portion, the same. It is here, same way, and you have the questions here. Now here the questions require a Word workspace. This is again a Word workspace provided to you with a very limited functionalities. You need to see what all functionalities are here. You have the table option also available, which you can insert and all these things. So it is important to write the things properly. Presentation matters, but you need to be very conscious of time also. You need to do justice with the time. So you need to understand that how much time you should put for section A, section B, and section C, so that you are able to do the justice with all those parts and getting the best marks in your exam. Okay, now once you are able to write, you have completed with this question, you can click on this print icon and save it the same way you did for Excel. For Excel, you went to edit option and then you print and then you saved. Here you have printing tab here on the Word Workspace only. You can click on it and save it on your system and share it with the tutor or with your future reference or for your future reference. So this is what was on the practice platforms practice test, that how you should navigate inside the practice test. I am moving to the next and I'm done with the questions here. There was a facility of reviewing the answer. So you saw that we had flagged one of the question. Now we want to go through this question again because this is our review screen. So I will click on question 6 and I have reached there. If I feel that I have done this question correctly, I will remove the flag, will go to the navigator, reaching to the last question, clicking on to the next and ending the exam. Okay, yes, it will prompt me. Yes, and exam is done. So now my exam is complete and I should select exit and I can reset my exam anytime and the responses are now available for marking and review. I will exit from the screen and I will reach to the same page from where we started. So there are questions on evaluations. So let me tell you that yes, you can evaluate the questions on your own also, or you can take the help of your tutor also. So we did the practice FR practice test we did. So you can see that this we did and we have got an option to self-mark it. Okay. This is the one completed by 11th Feb. This. So I will click on the self mark. Okay, now you can see that here you will be getting all the objective, OT cases and constructed response. There was a question that how we will get to know the answers. So these are, you can get in under the marking tab. So these are the questions. You need to know that whether you have done this correctly or not. We have scored 0 because we have done nothing into it. So here is the question, here the correct answer, and here is the question sample answer where it is. It is already here. So similarly, you will get this for all the questions. And I will click on next and will try to go to section C to show you something. Section C 31. So this was the section C. It is loading. Yeah, I was afraid that my working disappeared, but it came. That's good. So now you can see there are 3 parts. Here is the scenario, which was there. You can refer the question from here. Here is the working, which you did. It is coming onto the screen. And here you will get you can do the marking. How to do the marking? That thing, for that we already have subject-wise videos available. I will show the part to you. Okay. So I will click on the sample answer to know that how this question should have actually been presented by you in the Excel format. So this is the way it should have been done. And we can zoom it also. See, 100% I have zoomed it. So you can see like this also, or we can change it to the presentation mode as well to get the bigger screen of it. So here it is. This is the way you should have written the answers to question number 31. This is the way you should have done the calculations. Okay, so you will get to know. I pressed escape and came back to the same screen. So this was on the marking part. Now let me take you to the important links, which are, okay, once you do the marking and all, no, then you will get the result. You will able to save the performances also. Going back to the home tab, at one place I had mentioned that where to keep on practicing your Excel and Word workspaces. So there is a blank workspace. Blank workspaces are available for you for practice. I have already assigned it to myself. When it was assigned, it came under self-assigned material. I will click on blank constructed workspace. I clicked on financial reporting 1. So every blank workspace is similar for applied skills. And here you will get the Word workspace and also the, I did not press the scroll bar, and also the Excel workspace. So both the workspaces you will get, and you will have the option to save them as well, the way I told you previously. Right? So now whatever question you are getting during your classes or even during your preparation, if you are preparing from some book from somewhere and you have the question in your hand and you want to practice, but you want to practice it on the platform, then please use the blank workspaces to practice these questions. So that you are well versed with the functionalities, with all the keys, with the calculators, everything, timing, and every time you will learn something new from the platform. Okay. Okay, talked a lot onto the platform. Let me go back to the presentation slide. And these are the important videos which are there to refer. Now here, I will request Himani to please keep on pasting the links onto the chat box for the students. So there are some resources which are available for you to become familiar with the practice platform. So all those resources I have quickly opened up the page for myself to save the time. So these are the resources. Detail on what we have talked about right now: introduction to platform, blank workspace, assigning content, managing workspace, more important, how to use the scratch pad, and how to access the marking guides and sample answers. These things are already available for you. Okay. Other than this, I remember I had talked that there are subject specific self-marking video. I will just show you the way through it. Now what I am telling is also important for the students who have already used the practice platform, because there are sometimes resources which are available, but sometimes we are not able to refer to them. So please have a look onto this, that we go to the study support section, clicked on ACCA qualification, clicked on our favorite paper FR, and then I am scrolling it down and I am going to question practice ACCA practice platform, scrolling it down again. Watch our FR effective debriefing and self-marking video. Please have a look into it. Okay, you will get to know that how you can self-mark your question and how you can do the debriefing for yourself, so that you are able to understand that what mistakes you have actually committed while writing the answer, or to understand that what is the expectation of the examiner, and to know more about what is the expectation of examiner. It is very important for you to read the examiner reports. Examiner report is a very, very essential document which keeps on getting updated 6 monthly basis. Like here is now the examiner report for September-December 21 session. This PDF you can download and you can see the detailed document prepared by examiner, especially for you to understand where maximum students have fallen short, what brilliant students do, what if the student is less brilliant, what they do, what kind of mistakes they are committing, how you can avoid the mistakes. So you can see, practicing on the practice platform, you are learning from your own mistakes, and reading the examiner report, you are learning from other person's mistakes. So it is also a great thing to understand, to learn from other people's mistakes, so that at least we are not making those mistakes by ourselves. So please refer to the examiner report section also. side by side using the practice platform. I showed you this September, December 21 exam sample questions are there. Open those questions, open the examiner report, and then do it. Then you will see the difference. You will understand it. Okay, great. So other than this, if I want to just, yes, debriefing your exam, this is also a link available. Himani, if you can paste this one. So this is also a video, general video on effective debriefing and self-marking. Other than this, I would like to mention about ACCA India Content Hub as a resource for you, where you will get all the webinars, all the important videos. When I was mentioning about the section C, especially that how the workings should be done, though you are being taught about that, but still, if you have some more resources which you want to refer, then there are few resources available on Content Hub as well under the must watch section. So under must watch section, if I click, I will click students, and thankfully my internet is working good today so that I'm able to reach to the pages where I want to go. So these are the videos. Get the best practice ever with the ACCA practice platform. This is a wonderful video that has been created. You can check it out at your end. I'm not playing it today here. And then you can see the watch PM video on section C, TX video on section C, FR video on section C, AA video on. So these are on the section C questions. You can check it out. Other than this, we have the webinars also available here. Recorded webinars as well as upcoming webinars. So now it is important for me to let you know about all the upcoming webinars. So we have the webinars coming up. Few have already happened. If you have missed, you can rewatch it through the same link. Like these two have already happened. These will now move to the recorded ones. These are the expert tutor question debrief. I know we have professional level students here available with us. So this is for you, please. There are question debrief sessions which are being run centrally for each and every strategic professional paper. So please go to the Content Hub. Himani, kindly put it onto the chat box for the students so that they can go into the upcoming webinar section and register for all these. In the next week, we are doing virtual chat sessions on FR, AA, and FM papers. This is the right time for you to come and talk directly with our experts and ask whatever question you have on the subject. Because by now, I believe we are towards the, by the time we are having these sessions, we will be in mid-February. We are approaching towards it. So you may already have covered more than half of your syllabus, or maybe the entire syllabus also. You may be, by that time, you may be in your revision phase. So that is the very right time for you to interact with the experts and check the questions from them, check all your queries from them. Okay. So these were on the resources part. And moving to my presentation, right? I'm so much talking about the practice platform, what change it brings in us. Last time when I did the session, I shared the kind of impact practice platform had on the students who took June 21 exams. Now I am again here with the same thing and the same kind of impact which is happening on the number of students passing the exam compared to the number of passing the exam and also practicing on the platform compared to the number of students passing the exam and not practicing on the platform. So you can see there are two bars available here. One is gray, one is red. Red is for the one who are practicing the platform while doing the preparation for their exam, and the gray ones are the ones who are straight going to take the exams. So the numbers of passing percentage is more for the ones who are practicing it as well, taking the mock test, learning from it. Okay, and this is similar for both applied skills and strategic professional papers. So I think I have spoken a lot today. So this is the slide on demonstration recap, whatever we have done up till now. Not going into detail, very conscious of the time. These are all the support resources which I have already shared with you live on the Content Hub link. It is available there. Please register for these sessions. This is a very interesting video, very smiling sort of, which you can view at your end. I can paste the link of this video for you onto the chat box. You can copy the link and view this later on. Keep it with yourself and view this video later on. Okay, right. So now the last slide of today is this. Okay, let me just quickly go back to the slide where I had questions. Let me see if I was able to cover all the questions or not. Can we get answers? Evaluation, we have talked. For OT questions, use spreadsheet, we have talked. General understanding how CBE practice platform works. I hope by now you know how you can access it. You know how many minimum question papers, you know about it, how effectively you are able to use it, you know about it now. Now it's the time for you to go and check out all the links we have provided, and also watch the previous webinars. The links of that also has been provided to you. Himani, can you please give the link of that event on 24 webinar that has happened in the past for CBE practice platform? How to practice effectively, we are just continuously talking on the same, and how to work on CBE practice platform, how to use it, how is there any ref paper for calculations, entire working of the platform. You are new to CBE, it's okay, and you need the guidance. Whatever we have been able to provide, we have already provided to you. If any questions still left from your part, you can ask onto the chat box. Solutions in the blank workspace, can get that saved automatically, or Control S needs to be done? This is the question I didn't cover. You need not to press the Control S. This gets saved automatically by default, be it your exam, be it your mock test or practice test. Okay. Timetable to complete mocks, we have talked about it, that there is time in timetable. Actually, in your own timetable, you have to include the time for this practice platform. So there is no given timetable for it. It is up to you that how you are making use of it. But yes, do use it once you are done with your syllabus, entire syllabus. And in between also, you can use the blank workspaces. And even you can pick few questions from some of the practice tests also, because I have told you that those can be accessed again and again endlessly. And I have also told you that when we do practice on CBE practice platform, how can we get to know the answers to the theory questions are right or wrong? I showed you the marking page. So that's the best way to know whether you have done it correctly or not. Or share the section C section with your tutor, with the help of your tutor. So this is done. Anything else? Over to you, Shilpi. If you are here and your internet is working properly.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much, Richa, for such a comprehensive session. Indeed, it was definitely, an eye-opener for all the students who did not know so much about the practice platform. And now they know that how important it is for everyone who's thinking of, even attempting an ACCA paper, that this is something that is absolutely must to do by every student. So I hope we've covered majority of the questions in the chat box. If there's anything which is still left, I would quickly request Himani to pour in the question if there's anything still left.
Sure, Shilpi. I also believe that most of the questions have been covered very well by Richa, but I can see that two of the students have written that they're not able to access it. So I pasted the link in the chat box for accessing the platform. And if you're still facing an issue, I'll just drop an email address here where you can write to. Other than that, I think all the questions related to Scratchpad and calculator, they have been answered. So if there is any other question, students, I would request you to pour in. Or maybe if we can unmute somebody, if you want to raise your hand, you can do that.
Absolutely. I hope we've covered everything because Richard did a very comprehensive session today. So anything left, please feel free to pour in your question. Priyanka, the Scratchpad is available on the practice platform, and that's precisely why it's so important for you to actually go and log on to the platform and familiarize yourself with the functionality of it. I think we've covered most of the questions and nothing new is coming in.
Right.
Wind up then. Thank you so much, Richa. Thank you so much, Himani. And thank you so much, all the students who have joined it.
I think somebody has raised the hand, Shilpi.
Yeah, please. Who wants to talk? Please unmute yourself.
Prakash. Om Prakash.
Let me see if I can unmute. Are you able to unmute yourself, Prakash? Otherwise, just pour in your question in the chat box, please. Yeah, please go on.
Yeah, hello. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Actually, yeah. So my question is that the paper and the calculator, is it allowed and in a global level, like I'm appearing in UK in ACC exam, so that calculator and scratchpad allowed, here is as well in UK. I don't know because I'm about to appear, first time. So my question is, calculator and scratchpad available here as well, or
yes,
no?
Yes, Om. So calculators without any memory function are very much allowed in all ACCA papers. The scratchpad functionality is something which is already in your platform on the live exam itself, so you can very well use it.
Okay, that's the answer. Thank you.
Wonderful. Anyone else? Sachin wants to know, if I use rough paper in CBE, then my workings are not available for examiner. Yes, absolutely. So anything that you put in your rough paper or your scratchpad will not be accessed by the examiner. So you will not get any marks for anything that you've written in the scratchpad. So anything, if you want the examiner to mark, please put it down in your response window, not on the scratchpad.
That was a brilliant question, which was actually not covered by me. I was just thinking when I was talking about the scratchpad, I forgot to mention this thing to these students. Yes, whatever you do on the scratchpad, even if you feel, array, I have written there, whether it will be considered by the examiner or he will deduct my marks. So not, that is from one side, it is not. And also, if you are feeling that you have done in the scratchpad, examiner will take it, evaluate it for you, no worries. So please don't think that way also. Scratchpad is not at all going to be considered. You can just use it as a rough paper and it will be just left there on the screen in the same way it is left with the invigilator in your center-based exams. So please be very conscious of all these things. For workings, please do show it on your Excel workspace for that particular question. It should not happen that you are showing the working of objective question in the section C workspace. Don't do that.
Absolutely. Priyanka wants to know whether rough papers are allowed in remote-based exams also. No, Priyanka. So, and under the remote-based scenario, rough papers are not allowed. What you have to use is the scratchpad functionality, which is there on the platform itself.
And Kriti is asking that she's not able to access through the link as well. So I've mentioned an email, students@accaglobal.com. Just take a screenshot of the error and write an email and they'll assist you.
Absolutely. Wonderful. I think we've covered all the questions now. So thank you so much, Richa. Thank you so much, Himani. And thank you all students for joining in. And we look forward to organizing many more insightful webinars for you all. Till then, good luck for your exams. I have shared a link in the chat box in case you've booked your March exam. Please make sure that you fill in your exam entry on the Google form, which I've just shared in the chat box. That's it, guys. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone. Good luck for
Thank you,
exams.
everyone. Thank you, Shilpi ma'am. Thank you, Himani. And thank you all the students who are here with us today. Thank you, everyone. And best of luck for your exams and your preparations as well. Thank you. Bye-bye.